A very good morning to everyone.
Good morning and a warm welcome to all of you.
We are super excited to host today's special classroom activity, public speaking, where college students will take the stage and inspire us with.
Yes, and guess what? This event is actually by us, the little ones from grade 5. So please cheer for us too. My name is Anushri Tripathi and my friend.
Ananya Singh.
So let's get started with today's public speaking activity. Let voice rise, ideas shine, and confidence grow.
We read, we write, we solve. But do we understand? Let's find out through this thought-provoking speech. Now I would like to call Soumya Jatav on the stage.
Hello everyone, I wish a very warm morning to all of our guests and to all my dear friends. I am Soumya Jatav and today I stand before you to discuss about a topic we often ignore. Are we truly educated or just literate? Education and literacy. At first glance, they seem like two sides of the same coin we often use interchangeably. But today, I invite you to pause and reflect. Are they truly the same? See, a literate person may know how to win arguments, but an educated person knows how to lose with grace. A literate person can read about kindness, but an educated person practices it. And here lies the difference. Mahatma Gandhi once said, literacy in itself is no education. Literacy is not the end of education or even the beginning of it. Look around us. In India, even after producing the highest number of engineers and doctors, we still struggle, not due to the lack of talent, but due to deep-rooted corruption and injustice. All because we chase literacy, not the real education. Let me ask you something simple. If your degrees are taken away today, what knowledge or values would you still carry?
We may get difficulties in getting jobs.
As she says, there will be a quite difficulty in getting jobs because we live in a society where degrees get more importance than talent. But always remember, there are much more than just learning to read and write. There are much more to understand than just some words on the paper. So, let's be the generation that doesn't only chase degrees but build characters. Let's be the ones who values kindness as much as knowledge, who speak for the voiceless, stand for what's right and question what's wrong. Let's use our heart to lead and our mind to grow. Let's turn education into actions that truly matters. Thank you.
With strong communication skills, your voice becomes your power, turning thoughts into actions, dreams into reality. Now, I would like to call Ekta Kewat on the stage who will be sharing her thoughts on the topic importance of communication skills. Please give her a huge round of applause.
The superpower we all have, communication. A very warm good morning to all our guests and my dear friends. I am Ekta Kewat. Today I want to ask you something. Have you ever said something you didn't mean and someone got hurt? Or stayed silent and missed an opportunity? I see people nodding their heads, means this happened to all of us, right? See, communication isn't just about speaking, it's about connection, it's about energy. And here's the secret, it's our most underrated superpower. Let me tell you a quick story. There was a boy who stuttered in class. Every time he tried to speak, others laughed. One day he performed a speech, but his teacher didn't correct him. Instead, she listened genuinely and patiently, and with that simple act of presence, his confidence began to grow. That boy, he became a national level speaker. Why? Because someone understood that communication isn't just about speaking, it's about listening, truly listening. People may forget what you said, but they will never forget how you made them feel. That's the golden rule of communication. Master that and you wouldn't just win argument or applause, you will win hearts. As once Plato said, Wise men speak because they have something to say, but fools speak because they have to say something. Whenever we choose not to communicate clearly, we risk being misunderstood, or worse, not heard at all. Let's change it together. Thank you. The program has not ended yet. So now I feel truly honored to welcome a very talented girl, Ananya Singh, who is not only our anchor for today but is also going to take us on a beautiful journey through a story, Jatin Sandals. Let's welcome her with a big round of applause.
Hello everyone, today I am going to speak about a story. The story name is Jatin Sandals. Once upon a time, there was a boy. The boy name is Jatin. He was very careless boy. He did not take care of his things, especially his shoes. He keep his books untidy and chew his pencil, which his teacher dislike, and tell him to improve it, and also tell him you didn't get good food at home which you eat the pencil here. Then Jatin did improve. Only one thing is there who Jatin take care of it. It's his kite. When it get torn, he make it again. One day his father gave him a new pair of sandals and gave him a warning, if you will tear it again, so I will not bring you another one. Then at first Jatin was careful with his new sandals by following his father's warning. He climbed stairs slowly, crossed the door carefully, but after few days he became again careless and soon tore his sandal. Then he go to the cobbler in strange land and ordered cobbler to made shoes. But cobbler think every day this type of mischievous boys come and order me to made. Now I will teach them a lesson how a cobbler work whole day and make shoes and get tired. Then cobbler tell Jatin to sit and handed him a needle and sandal and ordered him to mend it. Jatin was refused to do, but suddenly kite come in the sky and Jatin say happily, it's my kite. Then kite say, hold my bag, Jatin. Then they both fly in air happily, and that cobbler he's seeing he can't do anything. And then Jatin asks, why are you helping me, kite? Then kite say, you helped me when I get torn, you made me, just I am helping this time. Then suddenly they getting slowly falling down and slowly. Then Jatin say, what is this going on? We are going to hit on the ground. Then they both fall and wake up with a jolt. Then Jatin wake up with his jolt in bottom of the stairs. Moral of the story, don't be careless and keep your things carefully. Thank you.
Give her a huge round of applause for the wonderful story.
Coming up is a beautiful reflection on someone who has made a difference. It's time to hear about person I admire the most. Get ready for inspiring the thoughts ahead. I would like to call Uma Kewat on the stage, who will share their thoughts on the topic, the person I admire the most.
A very good morning to all our respected guests and my dear friends. There must be one person in your life whom you admire the most.
Today, I want to talk about someone who means a great deal to me, the person I admire the most, my sister. My sister is more than just a sibling. She is my role model, my guide, and my best friend. What I admire most about her is her strength and determination. No matter how difficult things got, she faces them with courage and confidence. Whether it's handling responsibilities at school, work, or at home, she always gives her best and never complains. She has taught me so much, not just through, but through her actions. She is kind to everyone, always willing to help, and never hesitate to stand up for what's right. I remember when she stayed up all night helping me with a project. Moments like this remind me of how lucky I am to have her in my life. What inspired me the most is her belief in herself and in others. She encouraged me to chase my dreams and remind me that failure is not the end but a lesson. My sister is the person I admire the most because she shows me what it means to be strong. I would like to conclude my speech with a quote. As once Maya Angelou said, "To the world you may be one person, but to one you may be the world." Thank you.
Please give her a huge round of applause. Let's hear why failure isn't the end but beginning of success, because every fall teaches us to rise stronger. Now, I would like to call Suman Kewat on the stage, who will be sharing her thoughts on the topic why failure is important for success.
I wish a very warm morning to all our respected guests and my dear friends. I am Suman Kewat, and today I am gonna give a speech on the topic why failure is important to success. Today I want to talk about something we all experience, failure. But instead of fearing it, we should understand that it is not the opposite of success. It is a part of success. Every great person, be it Thomas Edison, who failed thousands of times before inventing the light bulb, or APJ Abdul Kalam, who faced setbacks before becoming the missile man of India, achieved success because they learned from their failure. Failure teaches us valuable lessons. It shows us our weakness, builds resilience, and helps us grow stronger. Without failure, we may never push our limits or discover our true potential. Remember, a person who never failed has never tried anything new. So the next time you face failure, don't hide from it. Thank it, learn from it, and let it be the reason you even rise stronger. Thank you.
Now, I would like to call Deep on the stage, who will be share his thoughts on the topic why reading is important.
Good morning everyone, respected teachers and all my dear friends. Let me ask you all a question. How many of you think that reading is fun? And how many of you think reading is boring and a waste of time? I also used to think this. Let me tell you a story. One day our librarian ma'am got hot-tempered and make sure that everyone issue book. So I have to issue book forcefully. After some days, I take out that book to read and pass my time and wonder what. I was reading for hours and was in another world. From that day, the craze of reading book made its space in my mind, so I like to read books now. From that day, I realized reading teaches you the most important lessons of life and takes you to the every wonder of the world. किसी ने कहा है अच्छी संगति का असर बहुत पड़ता है. अगर आप अच्छी संगति में हो और किताबों की संगति में हो तो आपका जीवन सुधर जाएगा. George Martin have also said, "A reader lives 1,000 lives before he dies, but a man who never reads lives only one life." One more beautiful thing about their books is that they doesn't need any Wi-Fi or battery. So I suggest from next time, if you find a book, give it a chance and you may find a friend forever. Thank you.
I would like to call Ojaswini on the stage, who will share their thoughts on the topic friendship.
Hello everyone, today I'm going to talk about friendship. Let me begin by asking you a simple question. What is life without friendship? Okay, take a moment and
Take a moment and imagine a world without those few special peoples who you call your friends, the ones you laugh with them, cry with them, and share your silence with them. It's hard picture, isn't it? Because friendship is not a relationship; it's an emotion, the connection that goes beyond the logic, distance, and even time. Friendship is the most precious gift of life. Unlike in relationships we are born into, but friendship is a bond we chooses to ourselves. They are there. They are there when you need them or when you fall. When you fall, they celebrate with you when you rise. Okay, one of my favorite part of friendship is that it comes with no expectation, not at least not the selfish kind. A friend is someone who knows all your flaws and still chooses to stay with you. They see your worst but always remind of you best. Okay, and but let's be honest, in this world we are constantly surrounded by so many people, yet so many of us feel lonely. So, and why? Because it's not it's not about the followers you have on your social media, but it's about the person who knows your silence even when you're smiling. It's about the someone who not just who not just only walk with you in your joy, but also holds your hand even your darkest. And in friendship, not always words needed, sometimes just a glance or a gesture is enough. Real friends always understand you. They once Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam was said, एक अच्छी किताब 100 दोस्तों के बराबर होती है, पर एक अच्छा दोस्त पूरी लाइब्रेरी के बराबर होता है. This powerful quote reminds us that one good friend can enrich our lives more than 100 of companions. However, friendship is not just only about receiving, it's giving too. Ask yourself, am I the friend who I want to be? The friend who was present there when they need you? Or okay. So today I only want to say that don't forget those friends who are with you in your darkest. And friendship is not a part of life, and friendship is life itself. Okay, thank you. We used to tremble at the thoughts of speaking up, but each step outside my comfort zone became a step towards a confidence. Now I would like to call Vinita Kevar on the stage, who will share their thoughts on the topic how I overcame my fear of public speaking.
Please give her a huge round of applause.
I am Vinita Kevat. Today I want to share my thoughts how I overcame my fear of public speaking. If someone had told me a year ago that to stand here and speak in front of all of you with a smile, I would have laughed nervously or maybe just run away. Public speaking used to be my biggest fear. I did get sweaty hands, a racing heart, a voice that sounded like it forgot what confidence is. But today I want to share how I went from avoiding the mic to actually enjoying it. The turning point was joining my English speaking classes led by our amazing teachers Renuka ma'am. But what at first I just joined improve my grammar and vocabulary. I found something way more powerful and confidence. Our classes aren't like boring lessons. We play games, do groups, activities, practice speaking, even laugh a lot when someone accidentally says something funny like that time I said I eat books instead of I read books. It is a safe space to make mistake and grow. We enjoy and we learn. So what changed? I didn't become only perfect. I just stopped afraid of imperfect. I practiced, I learned, and most importantly, I believed I could improve. If I can do it, anyone can. Whether you're a child, a parents, even a grandparents. It would just like a riding a bicycles. Maybe few wobbles at first. Thank you.